Just to give you an update, there are a lot of Filipinos who are applying for dual citizenship here in Los Angeles, California. They're actually swamped with thousands of applications. And the reason for this is that there are changes in the immigration rules in the Philippines. So those who are former Filipinos are now required to obtain a visa to even travel to the Philippines. So if you are a US citizen and you are not a dual citizen of the Philippines, you need to apply for a visa before you can travel. However, if you are a dual citizen, both of the Philippines and the United States or any other foreign country, you can still travel to the Philippines as long as you have your foreign passport or a valid Philippine passport or your dual citizenship documents. Let me show you the dual citizenship documents. There are actually 3 pages. The first page is the Oath of Allegiance, and there is your signature and the notary of either the consul or the vice consul. So I live here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and the territorial jurisdiction for me to apply for a dual citizenship is in Los Angeles, California. And you have to abide by the territorial jurisdiction. You cannot apply to any other consulate unless it's only within your covered by the Philippine consulate in your area. Another page is the identification certificate number, and the third page is the order of approval. So when you present your dual citizenship documents when traveling, you needed to present all of these 3 documents. Just a quick notice from the Philippine Consulate in Los Angeles, California, that all slots for dual citizenship appointments and passport services have already been filled up to the end of December 2020. So if you are planning to apply for dual citizenship and also apply for a passport, you needed to get in line. And the slots will open on December 15, but it is for January 2021. The law that governs Philippine dual citizenship, the Citizenship Retention and Reacquisition Act of 2003. Let's get started. So in this video, I'm going to discuss the requirements for dual citizenship, and also at the end of this video, I'm going to discuss the derivative citizenship and the requirements for both of them. Natural-born Filipinos who have lost their citizenship through naturalization in a foreign country may reacquire Philippine citizenship by taking an oath of allegiance before a Philippine consulate. Also, please take note that when you take the Philippine Oath of Allegiance, it doesn't require you to renounce your foreign citizenship. In my personal experience, 3 years ago, I became a US citizen and I immediately applied for a US passport. After that, I scheduled an appointment before the Philippine consulate here in Los Angeles, California, so that I can apply for dual citizenship. There are real scenarios where former Filipinos who became US citizens still possess a valid Philippine passport. Can you still use your valid Philippine passport when traveling? The answer is no, because once you become a naturalized citizen of a foreign country, or like me, I became a US citizen, I am deemed to have lost my Philippine citizenship. So even though I still possess a valid Philippine passport, it is rendered null and void, and it is invalid for travel purposes. Now, who can apply for dual citizenship? Natural-born citizens of the Philippines who have lost their Philippine citizenship through naturalization may reacquire Philippine citizenship by taking an oath of allegiance before a duly authorized Philippine authority or before the Philippine consulate. The Philippine Oath of Allegiance does not require you to renounce your citizenship from any other foreign country. Who can qualify under Republic Act number 9225? Those who are citizens of the Philippines from birth without having to perform any act to acquire or perfect their Philippine citizenship. These persons are whose fathers or mothers are citizens of the Philippines at the time of their birth or born before January 17, 1973 of Filipino mothers, and that person elects Philippine citizenship upon reaching the age of majority. What are the requirements for applying for dual citizenship? Number one original and one photocopy of documents from the Philippines, or two documents from the Philippines and one from a foreign country. You needed to submit an original and photocopy of the following documents: birth certificate from the National Statistics Office or NSO, or Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA, and a foreign naturalization certificate. Or, if you don't have this, a combination of two documents from the Philippines and one document from a foreign country. Acceptable Philippine documents are old Philippine passport, Philippine birth certificate, Philippine marriage certificate, or an ID issued by a Philippine government agency with your photo, full name, date of birth, and nationality indicated. Acceptable foreign documents are foreign passport with affidavit of explanation for not submitting naturalization certificate, foreign naturalization certificate. The second requirement is the submission of completed Philippine dual citizenship application form. The third requirement is the submission of 3 2x2 photo with white background, and it must be taken within 6 months from the application. The cost for applying for dual citizenship is $50, and the cost covers the notarial fee. Once your application has been approved, you will be set up for an appointment to appear in person. And when you come in for your appointment, they will process your documents in the morning, and your oath taking will take place in the afternoon, and you will receive your dual citizenship documents on the same day. Let's talk about derivative citizenship. I have a perfect example for you. My two kids are dual citizens by virtue of their birth in the United States, and they follow the place of birth, and also because they follow the parents, either the father or the mother who is a citizen of another country. So they are both dual citizens. All I have to do is to submit a report of birth, and I have a sample copy in here with me. And the report of birth must be submitted before the Philippine consulate within your territorial jurisdiction, and it must be submitted within 12 months from the time the child was born. However, if you submit a late report of birth, you can still do that beyond the 12 months as long as you execute an affidavit. So the documents that I submitted for the report of birth before the Philippine consulates are this one-page document, and you needed to fill out information about the parents, or me and my husband. I also needed to submit a birth certificate of my child, and then I needed to submit a marriage certificate, and also proof of nationality or proof of citizenship, such as a birth certificate, and also my U.S. naturalization certificate, a copy of my Philippine passport, and the birth certificate of my husband, and another copy of his passport. And because I registered my child late, I needed to submit an affidavit. So let me hold it like this. An affidavit of delayed registration of birth, and you needed to explain the circumstances or the reason why the registration was late. And these are the documents you need to submit so you can have your children's dual citizenship, or a document stating that they are also Philippine citizens by virtue of derivative citizenship. Also, one important thing to remember about derivative citizenship is that only children below 18 years of age can apply for derivative citizenship. So after that, within 3 years from attaining the age of 18, they must elect Philippine citizenship, or otherwise they will not have the derivative citizenship if they fail to elect beyond 3 years from the age of 18. So the requirements for derivative citizenship for those who are below 18 years are as follows. First, birth certificate. Second, foreign passport. And third, 3 2x2 colored photos with white background, and it must be taken within 6 months of the application. The cost for derivative dual citizenship documents is $25 for each child. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And if you have any other questions or comments, just leave them in the comments section down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Again, thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.